What's up, guys? It's your boy. What do you want me to say? I'm starting out.
Right,
Jesus Christ. Whatever. Like you guys already know, probably by my voice, it's Lewis. Today we got Matt. We got Chris, Mr. Negative, whatever you want to call him. More Mr. Negative because he's always talking shit. And now with you guys, the host with the most straight out of the East Coast. Old Man Matthias.
Yes, Old Man Matthias. I like that. Just like Old Man Logan, I'll take it. What's up, fellas? Episode number, 9 now?
9.
I want to apologize for last week.
My fault.
Yes, it is your fault. I was going to put the blame on you, but you took it already, so I don't have to worry about it. Chris and Matt
Well, it was my
were here
fault.
on Saturday to do... Was it Sunday? Was it Sunday?
No, it was Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
They were here on Sunday to do it. But Chris, he had some family.
Fault.
He has some family issues, so I mean, he gets a pass for that.
Just tell them to come here, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like they're gonna sit through this.
Uh-huh.
Hell no, I could barely sit through it.
Anyway.
I want to thank Lewis for that introduction. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, man, yeah.
Yeah.
First of many. I'll make it better the next
That was
time.
pretty garbage.
Hey,
Stop
man.
hating.
Hey, it's all right. It's all
that's-
right.
Hey,
Hey,
it's
I'll
okay.
take it, man. I'll take it. Anyway.
Host with the most.
There's been a few games that came out since our last podcast. I'm gonna let Chris talk about the games that he's played. I've played a few myself. Not a few. I played Sonic. Me and Lewis played Sonic today, and it brought me back, man. And that's what I like when I start a game, and it brings me back to my childhood. And that new Sonic Mania game is it's just nostalgic,
Exactly
man.
that.
I really liked it. And I didn't even finish it yet. So I think
the
I'm
price
on.
is excellent.
And the price is only $20.
How much? 20.
$20.
Is it like a remaster or what?
no,
it's
it's,
just-
it's
a
like
whole
a
new game.
remix.
It's a whole new game?
It's just listen,
But it's
man.
the-
After
it's
this
the old play
after this
style?
podcast, I'll let you play
Yeah,
a few
it's good,
levels.
man.
It's just so good, man. And then they changed some of the music up too.
Well,
Hey.
let's get one thing straight. I didn't play much. I just played Tails.
He played Tails.
And all I did was this kid ran across the screen. I'm gone.
Yeah.
I don't even see myself, and I just pop out of nowhere.
But credit.
But
to,
I looked at it.
credit to Lewis. He was helping me out with some
Yeah.
some stuff.
You can pick them up and fly them around. to
Yeah,
higher
so
areas.
it's a
That's
fun
what's up.
game. It's
I
a
helped them with
fun.
the bosses.
If you haven't picked it up yet, I suggest if you played the
What's
old
it called?
Sonic game,
Sonic
Mania.
Mania. It's good.
Sonic Mania.
If you've played it for the old Sonic games, the side-scrolling games, it's
Genesis
excellent.
game.
Yeah, Genesis. In my opinion, they should have kept it that way. It seems like they're not gonna make the same mistake again, making those bullshit games that they used to make.
What
but-
was it? The Shadow or Sonic Unleashed and all that?
Sonic Unleashed. I mean,
Sonic
the
06.
two that came out for the Dreamcast, Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, I thought they were good. After that, it was just done.
Yeah.
I didn't find another
What was
good
it?
Sonic
It was-
game after that.
They did Sonic 06. Then they did. I'm guessing it would be the Sonic Unleashed. Then what's the one where he has a sword or whatever? And you save
Dark
you save the
Knight,
girl?
something like that.
So, something like that. Dark Knight and
There was one for the 3DS.
Sonic Boom.
There was
was
one for the
garbage.
3DS.
Yeah, Sonic Boom was the last one that was really bad.
There was one for the 3DS that was a RPG that people. I never played it, but I heard it was good.
I think it was something with Chronicles.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like RPG, but that was made by Square Enix.
Oh, all right.
So that was pretty much why.
So it was
They
good. It was a good
they're
game,
like
man.
the go-to for.
If you want an RPG,
for
man,
RPGs,
that's the company you
company.
want to do it for you.
Yeah.
Like, pay them whatever they want, and you're gonna make a shitload of money. All right, Chris, what have you played this week, man? Tell us about it. And
I'm just going to add.
Go ahead, Mr. N.
I'm going to add to the Sonic Mania. Is $20. This is I'm reading my notes. $20 digital only game. It's a remix of Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles, and Sonic CD. It's a
Okay.
remix of all those games. Plus,
For $20.
yeah.
That's
But
pretty
it
good.
doesn't include all those 3 games. It's just
It's like a mashup.
yeah,
It
just a
mashup of
mashup,
all the games. Plus, they add new zones, new bosses, new
New
soundtrack,
mechanics.
a few new mechanics, but the graphics pretty much stays the Genesis game, and the core is Genesis game, and like
But it does look better though.
Yeah, it looks better.
They give Sonic more personality and stuff like that.
Has a sick animated intro.
Yes, I like
It's
that.
really good.
This is a good soundtrack too.
Yeah, the soundtrack is new. They add the Mania, that's the campaign. The Time Attack, that's a speedrun mode. And there's the competitive mode, that's pretty much a split screen.
Like a race kind of thing.
Yeah.
Probably,
Gotcha.
That's
We
what
could play that.
these two guys were playing.
No, we were doing
You were
co-op.
you were doing the co-op story?
Or we could do
Yeah.
that.
Pretty much what the competitive mode is, your Tails or your Knuckles and his Sonic or his Tails, whatever, and whoever gets to the finish line first.
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
try it.
Yeah, that was. I think the first time they brought that in was in Sonic 2.
Yes,
I
I
think
think
so,
so. Yeah, I
I
remember
think
that.
so. Yeah.
My favorite was playing Big Cat.
Graphics
He wasn't
and
in those.
Yeah, he was in the that like race or you race against each other. You could be
That's
him.
Sonic All Stars. That's a whole.
Oh,
other
Sonic,
game.
Sonic the racing game.
Yeah, that's All
Oh, yeah.
Stars. That's different.
Yeah, Ryo Hazuki was in there too with the forklift from Shenmue.
talking about Shenmue, there's news about that.
No publisher.
Yeah.
That's big news, man. That's huge news for
So who was the old publisher? Who's the new one?
Sega was the publisher.
Sega.
Yes,
And now.
and now it's
They should have put him in
It's-
Infinite.
Who is? It was Gearbox? Let me see.
it's some damn.
Yo,
So I think it's some German a German.
Techland. No, that's Swedish.
No, it's Deep Silver. Deep
Oh
Silver.
yeah,
Deep
there
Silver.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
They publish Darksiders, Saint Road, the new Agents of Mayhem. We're going to talk about that later.
Yeah.
And Dead Island. I don't know if
Dead
you-
Dead
Island.
Island?
Yeah.
No, that was that was Techland and
Deep Silver, yeah. All right.
So,
So adding to Sonic Mania, it has 12 zones, 2 acts in between each zone, and there's a boss fight. And pretty much there's new boss fights everywhere.
yeah.
There's you need to use Knuckles to get to the secret rings. They are in each stage.
you can find him without him.
Yeah,
We
but
fought a couple.
it's easier with him because you can climb walls, glide over the place. So it's easier playing with him to find the rings. And once you find the rings, it gives you a special stage where you can get the Chaos Emerald. Once you find all 7, it gets you a secret ending.
Oh, speaking of.
Also, you get Supersonic.
Yeah, like you
Speaking
need
of
to.
Knuckles, Sonic Adventure 2. Every Knuckles level that you did
Yeah.
had a nice hip hop with
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
was sick.
Yeah.
And the guy that did that did a new one. I didn't listen to it, but I like the music that he did on Sonic Adventure 2.
I like my
so-
favorite one from that one was Pumpkin Hill.
Yeah, that one. I
That
like.
one
I
was
like
nice.
the Aquatic Mind too, because
Yeah.
That
the
was
music
cool.
behind that was sick.
I think that stage is on this one.
That's Aquatic Mind?
Yeah,
Cause
Yeah.
the Aquatic
Mind.
one.
Yeah.
Besides that,
Find my lost.
I don't. Do you remember Sonic 3? It has like the Blue Sphere collectibles stage where you had to go around, get the blue spheres, and jump the red ones.
No, yeah, that's bullshit. I fucking hate that
Yo,
shit. Get
listen
outta
to
here with
this,
that
guys.
shit.
So we're playing this, and I tell this guy like 12 times, you can jump. And almost every single time, he would
He
either bump it to the bumper, and it would brought him back. And then the one time, listen to this, the one time he jumps, all he does is jumps past 2 bumpers to land on a red one anyway.
That's the opposite of Street Fighter, man. I'm always jumping in Street Fighter, and I don't fucking jump in this game.
That's
But
fucking
we won't
ridiculous.
get
I'm like,
into that.
dude, come on.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, man. Continue with this.
Yeah, pretty much that's it. I like the game. I don't have the game. I just played it.
Are you gonna get it?
Yeah, I'm going to get it for the Switch. But my friend, we were doing where he has the game on PS4 and you can use yours to play. Yeah, share play.
Yeah.
I was doing that. That's
Okay.
how I played it. But I think the game is pretty good. The price is excellent,
Mhm.
everybody should have that game at least in my opinion. That's a Switch game.
Yeah.
You need to have that portable.
Yeah.
All the way.
But I don't think they fixed the home button issue. 'Cause
Probably they will fix it next week.
There was a home
but-
button issue. You press the home button and nothing happened, and then a little while after that, then it takes you to the home screen.
Yeah, it has like a delay. But
Yeah.
That's
So
not a game breaking.
no, it's not a game breaking decision
Lewis.
by any means.
Yeah.
But
What
Also,
happened?
because you forgot to mention, I think that when you play the game Sonic Mania, you do want to do it with each character because each character has one. I think it's like 1 or 2 specific levels that is for them.
Which one? I mean,
They have-
the Tails. The Tails.
Like
song?
Sonic has one, Tails has one, Knuckles has
Yeah.
one, and it's a specific stage that goes good with like their attributes.
Yeah. I think one of the late.
It was probably it's the song you want to listen to. It's probably his specific stage for Knuckles. That's probably one
Yeah,
of those.
there's a few stages that it's better playing with a specific character. Yeah.
But they said there was like if you don't let's say if you're playing Sonic, you won't get that stage unless you're playing as Knuckles.
I don't know about that. I know
that's what-
I reached almost to the end. I almost beat the game one sitting. I didn't finish it, but I
That's
think
what
I
I
reached
saw.
the final boss.
I heard it from Game Explain. If you guys ever heard about those guys, yeah, they were doing like a review about the whole game, this and that, and they said that for each character there's a specific level. So you want to try to play with each of them.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a little different anyways because they do different things and whatever.
All right. Next topic, man. What's the next game that you've played this week?
Well, I play a bunch of games pretty much. The last game that came out this week was Agents of Mayhem.
Okay.
That's a Saint Row game. Do you guys play
Saints Row?
Saint Roads?
The only one I
played
ever
it.
played was the first one. That was it.
I played
The first one, it was like a copy for GTA.
Mm-hmm.
3 and 4.
Yeah, do you know 4? Do you finish the game? Like
No.
the 4 one?
No.
Alright, when
I
you
didn't
finish,
like it.
when you... Alright, Saint Row pretty much is over the top Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's
It's
crazy,
meant to,
you
like,
had
blow you
superpowers,
away.
you kind of jump, destroy everything, it's all about chaos.
Yeah.
And at the end of that game, the world is destroyed.
All right.
The world is destroyed, and the god comes and tells one of the characters, "Hey, thanks for saving the world. The universe from Satan."
Yeah.
And then he gives him 5 options. One of the options is restoring the world.
All right.
And there's another option is going to take your friends and go to another planet and recreate humans in another planet.
Okay.
All right. So this game, Agent of Mayhem, is a spin-off of Saint Row based on the ending that you choose reveal the world. Reveal planet Earth. And what happens is everything is revealed like it was, but everybody now has like superpowers and everybody's crazy. But this game is pretty much Saint Row, but instead of you using one character that you create, the developers just give you 3 specific characters.
All right.
GTA 5
And you can,
ripoff.
yeah, pretty much.
There
But
you
you can switch between them in an instant. Like it's not like GTA that
Sometimes you have
the
loading
camera
screens.
zooms out and then comes back in to other character.
Yeah.
Now you press the button and the character switches
Gotcha.
on the fly.
Alright.
And each character has different weapons, different skills, different superpowers. It's not as crazy as Saint Row 4, but it's nuts. So the story mode is pretty much a Saturday morning cartoon. Literally, when it starts, it's just like a G.I. Joe cartoon.
To me, this shit sounds like
Yeah.
it went from the first one, which was you're just trying to get in a gang. You get in a gang, you do all these missions and stuff, just like Grand Theft Auto. And next thing you know, you're trying to save the world. Sounds familiar? Movie doing that called Fast and the Furious. They started out with just street racing and shit like that. All of a
Yeah.
sudden they're trying to save the
Now they're
world.
cops, pretty much.
Yeah, Rock is in there and Jason Statham, whatever his name is.
I just recently saw the last
Jason
movie. I haven't
Statham.
seen it, but
No,
he did
man.
good, man.
Listen, I can't watch that movie, and I don't think I can play Saints Row anymore after all this nonsense. But
Yeah, I played the third one.
So the main problem with this game is not the game. The game is pretty good. The problem is so repetitive.
all right,
Like from the start of the game, you're fighting waves and waves of the same enemy, and it doesn't matter what you do.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter if you're at the beginning of the game or almost at the end of the game. You're fighting the same guys,
oh man,
and they say that it's an open world game, but you can cross from east to west in just 2 minutes in car.
nice.
It's super.
Alright,
well, it just came out.
so-
I bet they're gonna do an expansion to open
I
up.
doubt it with the
We'll
with
see.
the bad reviews.
That's what I was just. We were
with
just,
the
I was
bad
just gonna get
reviews,
to that. Like,
and they didn't even put marketing on this game.
I didn't hear
And the
anything about
game
it.
just popped up out of nowhere. People that are following Saints Row knew about the game. No one knows about the game really.
I didn't even know that was part of Saints Row. I don't know.
It's because it's just a spin-off, like I said at the beginning.
Mhm.
A little nod they mentioned is that if you choose the other ending
yeah.
on the Saints Row 4, the ones that you go to another planet,
Uh-huh.
the game becomes Refaction.
Oh, okay.
So they just tells you that Saints Row is pretty much a prequel of Refaction, depending on the end. And Agents of Mayhem is
Yeah.
another branch of that possible ending.
Gotcha.
What the hell?
Yeah, so okay,
Let's
so
just
the
say
other
that
three
update.
endings were knowing the secrets of the universe,
Mhm.
become a angel and be like the guard from God,
Yeah.
and the other one is become Satan and rule the underworld.
Mm.
So those other three endings are so lame. They just decide to use the other two.
Darksiders 4 is gonna be the other branch
Probably.
to be Satan.
Probably.
Some
I'm
BS.
not
Alright,
surprised.
let's just change. I don't even
Yeah,
want to talk
yeah.
about this.
Yeah, let's move on because that
Forget
game
that.
sounds like shit.
Getting
but
heated.
Yeah, the story is really average, and like I said, it's totally generic and repetitive. So it's not worth no one, pretty much, and it's too expensive. It's $60 for a game that sucks.
Yeah, screw that.
Mm.
Oh, it's $60.
Yeah, $60 game
Yeah,
for a game that
garbage.
sucks.
Yeah.
Hell no.
All right.
Oh.
So the other game I played was Lawbreakers.
Lawbreakers.
When you break the law.
Have you ever played Unreal Tournament? No.
Unreal
Mm.
Tournament.
Long
Unreal
time
Tournament for
ago.
PC.
A long
The third
time
one
ago.
came out for 360, I think.
Never heard of it.
Long time
No,
ago.
you know what I'm
Yes.
talking about.
Yes.
All right, so this is you guys play Overwatch, so
Yeah.
pretty much it's the same thing. It's just a
Another
hero,
Overwatch
I-
ripoff.
a hero-based
Actually,
shooter.
Overwatch came out a long time after this game.
Yeah. Anyway, Overwatch is cartoony. This game looks like a type of Gears of War style, but it's really fast, fast like Doom. Pretty much you go flying. The game pretty much is a multiplayer-based game.
Well, it's
There's
made by
no,
Bethesda, right?
no, it's made by a new company, but the owner of that company was the creator of Gears of War,
Okay, all right.
Cliff Bleszinski.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what game you're talking about.
Now you know.
Yeah. No, because I remember actually listening to a different podcast about there were people talking about
Wait,
this
hold
game.
on. Wait. Time out.
What's up?
You listen to another podcast, man?
I can't listen to other stuff.
No, man. We're in competition with the other guys, man. We need to just listen to ours 1,000 times,
Just listen.
man. Yeah. Nah,
Hey,
go ahead.
I can't help
man.
it. They're funny.
Nah, go
They're
ahead.
funny.
All right, what you heard?
No, just like
That's it.
when you.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah,
Alright.
good statement.
Yeah.
just that-
Anyway, it's a hero-based shooter. You have a team of 5 people versus 5 people. It's really fast. Each arena has like a zero gravity
What's the name
zone.
of the company? Did you say that? Or?
I don't remember the name. It's a brand new studio. This is their first game. It's a $30 game, really cheap, but it's just multiplayer only. It tries to go head to Overwatch. Overwatch is eating its meal.
Yeah.
I
gonna-
think
they're not
the
gonna
first
pass
day.
Overwatch.
I think the first day this game came out, it only had like 1,000 players,
That's
and it's going down.
Listen, I never play Overwatch,
It's
but I
made
know.
by Epic Games.
I know
No, it's not.
It's just I'm looking at.
No, it's not. Epic Games is the.
You said Unreal Tournament, right?
No, Unreal Tournament is the game that looks similar to it.
Oh, what's the name?
Lawbreakers.
Of the game? Lawbreakers.
Lawbreakers. All right, man. What's your verdict on this game? Is it good? So people should
If
people
you
go out and buy
if you
it?
like hero
Boss Key
shooters,
Productions.
Yeah.
Never heard
if you like those type of games and you are bored of Overwatch and you want something a little mature,
Uh-huh.
because when you kill people here, you see the blood splatter everywhere.
All right.
It's a little more fun
So
because
if you're
you're
a sick
flying
fuck-
every. What?
So if you're a sick fuck who
Basically,
likes
if
the
you like,
gore and
if you like violence,
Yeah,
games, online, and this is the game that you want.
Yeah, this is like a mature version of Overwatch.
Yeah.
But people are not supporting this game for some reason. I think it's
You said it's only $30, right?
it's $30. Yeah.
Ah, well.
Because it doesn't have a story.
Yeah.
Obviously, Overwatch is $60 because it's made by Blizzard.
No, of course.
So
People are gonna
they
buy
just
it.
want to grab money.
Yeah.
But the problem with this game was the marketing again. Pretty much there was no marketing at
Listen,
all.
yeah, that's another game I never heard of.
And then it came out of nowhere. And the guy that created, Chris Basinski, if you follow him on Twitter, he just talks trash to people that follows him, that comments on the game. When people say, "Hey, I don't like your game," he pretty much offends you and talks so bad to the fans.
No.
Pretty much he buried his own game.
Oh, well, he made so much money off of Gears of War, he doesn't need to make another game. I'm pretty sure that's why he just doesn't give a shit.
But look at this. Like, he was mad at Microsoft. So he made Epic Games. He was the owner of Epic Games, and he made Epic Games be an independent studio.
Mm-hmm.
He split from Microsoft.
Yeah.
And now, because Epic Games, the rest of the team is mad at him because he did that, he just left. And he made his own studio. But now Epic Games is on the bad position that is making really bad games.
Yeah.
And Microsoft doesn't want them back. And no other company wants that studio anymore.
Well, Microsoft is hurting with exclusive content. Like,
Yeah,
they have
that's-
none. Like, the Xbox One X supposedly this weekend at Gamescom is supposed to get a release date just for the pre-orders, but they have no content,
Yeah, there's
no
game.
exclusive games. I think another game got delayed. Crackdown 3 got delayed again till 2018.
Spring 2008.
So pretty much
And that
They-
was the launch title with the X.
this is garbage. Microsoft is just in a place right now where they don't know what to do anymore. They're hoping that this console that they're making is gonna bring them back head to head with PlayStation, and it's just not. It's just not.
Yeah. Before we talk about the other two games I play, Lewis, what do you think about the new trailer of Marvel vs. Capcom, the story
Hey,
mode?
I saw it. It was okay. Like everybody else that follows this game, nobody's really hype about the story mode. We want to see some gameplay, some mechanics. We want to see some Jeddah. I haven't seen Jeddah until that exhibition match. Which, like, come on, guys. If you're going to do an exhibition match to show a new character, play him from the first match. They only picked him in the last match, so we only got to see a little bit. But we still have to see Jeddah. We still have to see Sigma trailers, Black Panther, Ghost Rider, Firebrand, Dormammu. Like, the
Well,
game's coming out like in a couple weeks.
Gamescom, like I said, is next week. I think it starts on Sunday.
No, Gamescom?
Yeah.
The Gamescom is this Sunday.
It starts on Sunday.
Yeah, this Sunday. Microsoft is having their own press conference.
So
don't know what they're going to.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna announce the rest of the characters. That are
Yeah,
gonna
hopefully
be
you
out.
get to see some decent gameplay.
I mean, look, September 16th, right? That's when it comes out.
19th.
19
It's
is
September
we're,
19th.
We're 1 month away.
I know, it's right
that
around
game
the corner.
should be goal probably next week. It should be goal to start making manufacturing this.
Yeah, well, like I told you guys, I'm not getting the game when it comes out. I'm not. I know Lewis is. I don't know about Matt. But I'll play it when they bring it over, and if I like it, then I'll pick it up. If not, then I don't know, man. I'll wait. I guess I'll wait till this Dragon Ball Fighters game comes out.
But that's
Maybe.
next
That's
year.
early next
It's
year.
next year, but
So probably December-ish.
I don't know. I just right now I'm not really feeling Capcom with their fighting games.
I just
man.
love how you asked Matt if he's going to get the money, and he's radio saying.
Yeah,
He didn't say
he just
shit.
shook his head. He shook his head like we're on TV or some shit, and people could see him. But all right, since we're on the topic of fighting games, I want to ask you something. Are you more excited for Marvel vs. Capcom 3? I mean, sorry, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, or like I said,
Don't even
man, I
ask.
wish Marvel vs. Capcom.
Don't even
3.
ask that question, man.
Or this Dragon Ball, which they announced a few more characters to the roster. What is that? What's the total now for characters?
They just add
You got
like
them?
4 more, right?
Alright, we got... I'm just going to name them off.
All right, go ahead.
So we
I
got
think there's 10 characters.
Ten
the
characters?
first 6 that we saw at E3, which was Goku, Vegeta,
Go on.
Gohan, Team Gohan,
Majin Buu,
Majin
Cell, and
Buu.
Frieza.
Cell, and Frieza. Those are the main 6
All right.
that we first got to see. Then Krillin and Piccolo got announced. And they're confirmed to be into the beta, which signups are on August 22nd. Last
And
I heard.
Trunks.
Huh?
Future Trunks. Also.
And Future Trunks. Yes, Future Trunks.
So what are you gonna do, man, to try to get this
We had 9
Sign
characters
up.
right now, right?
the beta?
Well,
sign up?
I probably work that night, so I'm going to be up on that anyway. So I'm going to wait until that shit goes live, and
All
I'm
right.
doing my best.
All right.
So we got those, and then now just recently they announced Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Goku, and Vegeta,
Mm-hmm.
and they
Those
showed-
2 are separate characters?
Yes, separate characters.
Those with the blue?
Yes,
alright.
they actually showed their attributes as well.
Alright.
I'm gonna compare them to like characters we know. So, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta, he's gonna be more like an Akuma. That his defense isn't that good, but his power is crazy.
All right.
And then we got on the opposite side, we got Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, which he's more focused on speed and defense. Not as much attack, so it's more about getting in and resetting, stuff like that. So you got those 2, whatever. And then they announced Android 17, was it?
Yeah.
18.
17 and 18.
It's 18, but 18 and 17, I'm pretty sure they're level 3, or if they're going to do a level 4 for her, they're going to do it together. So those 2 are in as one character. And then we got 16, which was in
16
the...
also?
Yeah, he's in... Which, if you guys follow Dragon Ball, he was in the Cell arc, and he died in that arc. So he's going to be in the game. They brought him back. A lot of people are excited for him because he was popular just because he kind of like transitioned to the good side before he passed away. And then, what's it called? They also wanted more bulky characters. So
Okay.
he's one of like those heavy hitters kind of guys. Also, they announced 6v6 online play. So now, like if me, Matt, and Eli, all 3 of us had the game, I'd be on my console, he'd be on his console, and he'd be here playing on his console, and we can all be on the same team versus 3 other people somewhere else. So then,
But
I'm
like,
happy about
you
that.
use
'cause that'd be fun.
just one character.
Yes.
And, alright.
So I pick my main, he'll pick his, like your best character, and then
And that's a team.
and that's a team.
Okay.
And then you just fight another 3 people that have their own separate characters.
So does that cancel out assists, or does the guy that's controlling the guys in the back control the assists?
They haven't specified too much, but I'm guessing that you like if I start off,
Mm-hmm.
I can pull you guys in as assists, or maybe you would have to. They'll give you a button.
All right.
We'll
Okay,
see.
we'll find
They haven't
out.
specified, but I'm guessing it'll probably be that you control it, because Unless they want to make it really like team, like, yo, I need your assist, and because you can call in both in this game, you can call both assists at the same time.
Yeah.
So you can have all three.
I would assume that if they want to take the smart route, in my opinion, I think the players that are on the bench should be able to control their assists.
Yeah.
Instead
They might
instead
do
of the
that.
person
That
that's
way
in there.
they have them doing something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy about that. It's gonna be fun.
So 14 characters confirmed, according to him.
And
But
they
the
still
last ones
have
aren't-
till
Well,
next year.
Yeah, until next year.
So I'm assuming that this character roster is going to be a lot bigger than Infinite.
Probably.
Yeah.
To start off, and that's just the start off.
And
You
I don't even
about the
know.
DLC.
I don't know all the characters.
There's a lot.
from
There's a lot
Dragon
of
Ball
peop-
Z
there's a
universe.
lot of
I don't know
people, yeah.
shit about that. You
They
know?
can add a lot of crazy ones.
They can even
too.
bring in people from Dragon Ball and from GT if they wanted to.
Well, I think they're trying to forget about GT.
Yeah. We'll see. I know. Honestly,
That's because
there's-
that's why they're adding Dragon Ball Super characters now.
I wouldn't be surprised though if maybe not in the beginning, but as DLC they'll add Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He's one of like the more pop, like maybe not as now, but he's still a very popular version of Goku.
Yeah.
Like he's been in every Dragon Ball game.
But have you ever played those type of games, like Arc System games?
No.
So that
I've
will
seen
be
them
your
before.
first time playing?
Yeah.
Alright.
But
Have
I've
you-
seen those games before.
I tried Xrd and I couldn't get into it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Matt, have you played Arc Systems?
No.
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 Yeah. Good contribution. I appreciate it. man.
I
got
think
you,
he,
fam.
I think he thinks we have a streaming show right now.
Yeah, I guess.
But a while
Nah,
back,
y'all talk about DBZ, so I'm out.
Well, we're talking about fighting games.
Right now, but you're on DBZ, so what am I gonna contribute? Oh
Well,
yeah, yo,
alright,
Trunks,
well,
yo,
let me
this
ask
is
you,
fucking sick.
You've
All
seen
right.
the gameplay. You're a big fan of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom.
All right.
I'm still neutral with Infinite, so the only trailers that I've seen were the first couple. This
Well,
new
listen.
one, I still have not.
All right, so right now this Dragon Ball Z game looks a lot more like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 than this new Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So are you likely to play this other game that's not a Capcom game, Dragon Ball Z Fighters or whatever the hell it's called?
and also let
Probably
me
not.
remind you that closer right after, like a couple months after E3, they confirmed the button layout, and it's going to be pretty much the same as Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Oh, okay.
Light, medium, heavy, your assists, special, grabs, all those stuff.
Yeah.
It's going to be almost the same control set.
I'll play it, man. I'll play it.
I know you don't want the same grab system.
No, they don't got the same grab system. That's why I'm hype about the game, because the grapple in that game is actually an overhead.
Ah.
And it's a lot easier for you to counter grab. You just
Yeah.
got to be watching out for it. But the grabs in this game,
So if the grab is an overhead,
yes.
you just counter the grab by just standing.
No,
Rather
you can
than
still get
direction.
grabbed. You have to counter the grab with the grab. I guess the grab's going to grab you anyways.
Yeah, the
It's
grab's
like a
gonna
Street
grab you
Fighter.
anyways.
Yeah, they'll grab
Then
you.
how
Just counter the grab with...
All right, so it's a regular grab.
Yes,
There's no
counter
overhead
the grab
shit.
with the grab.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man.
But whatever. And then the grabs in that game, they'll do like a small combo, launch you up into the air, and then you could combo after that.
Mm.
So there's a lot of good shit in this game. That's
Yeah.
Is that character
What's going on?
specific or is that for everyone?
No, all
That
the
you can
characters-
combo off of.
all the characters can do that.
Mm.
And all the combos are different. It's going to be crazy.
All right, Chris, what's next on the list of games that you've played this week?
Oh my.
That's crazy, man. You have a kid and you play more video games than me.
Because they send them to me like for reviews.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why
You have to.
Yeah, I had to. I didn't finish Agents of Mayhem. I played like 3 hours of that shit. And then
that's
no,
smart. I think that's smart on your part, man, because that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one I really play and I finished all the way to the end. And it's a short experience.
Mm.
Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
How was
Okay.
that?
It's really good. It's weird to explain. Really weird to explain.
I did see the opening cinematic
Why
to that.
is it only being like advertised everywhere now? Like I've never seen it.
The
before
game just
I-
released.
I thought it said that it released on August 8th.
No. Well, it released last week,
Last
right?
week, yeah.
Last week, yeah. But
I only started seeing like, like commercials and trailers for it and everything.
This is one of the best
like,
looking
2 days
games
you know why?
I've ever
Because
seen.
because no one was giving them marketing. They were not doing marketing. And once the game came out, everybody freaked out with the game. Everybody loved the game. Now pretty much all the companies are, well, at least Sony, it's pretty much their game, is pushing this game because they will get some income.
Yeah. Is
with
it
it.
supposed to be like Dark Souls?
No, it's not. Well, people compare it to all type of games, but it's really weird to explain. It's a one-shot game. It doesn't have loadings at all. Once it starts, you can go all the way to the end without a loading screen. It's a third-person view game, but you're this girl, and it's a mix of different mythos. It's Celtic mythology. It's Northern mythology. It's all mixed, and this girl has she has a mental illness that's psychosis. And so she hears people talking to her. She sees things that are not there, and she goes to and supposedly the main story is that she's going to hell, where the goddess Hela is there.
Okay.
So she's going there to find the soul of her husband that had died in the war between the northern people versus the Celtic people. So she on her bag she has the skull of her husband all the way, and during the entire experience she's talking to him, like she sees visions of him and where he's talking to her. But the thing is, when you see him in these visions, it's live action. It's totally a human being. Like they record him and put him on the game. And she, the character, the character, video game character, is talking to a human being because she's seeing things. That's a episode of the psychosis. And every bad guy that she fights, that's a hallucination. Everything that's happening on the game is a hallucination. And
Spoilers.
all the time, this game you had to play with headphones. You cannot play with the TV because you won't appreciate it. If you had the headphones, you will hear all the voices that she's hearing. Besides her husband, she has like two different versions of her that are talking to her, and it contradicts what she's doing. For example, one voice is saying go forward, one voice is saying no, go back, you're too scared to go forward and do this. And there's another one that is like helping you when there's some bad guy trying to hit you. One of the voices say, hey, there's one guy behind you. There's no hop on this game, so you don't have a way to know if you have someone on your back, on your side, or an enemy on the front. You had to hear what the voices are saying so you can counterattack.
Okay.
It's really a weird experience. It's an 8-hour game, $30 game. It's in my opinion, it's so unique, and it's kind of messed up at the same time because you experience firsthand what people with this mental illness are experiencing in real life. When you meet someone with psychosis, after playing this game, you will understand what they're going through, and the game helps you go on and become this character. And you feel what she's feeling. And it's an amazing experience. It's totally an amazing experience. It's kind of creepy. There's sometimes the game goes pitch black, and there's like a puzzle that you had to get out of this place just by hearing what's going on. The game's pitch black. You only see like a faint glimpse of her hand because she's like doing this, and you only see her hand, but you don't see anything. But you need to have the headsets to hear the monsters are lurking on the area. And if you, for example, if you hear the monster on your right ear, that's where the monster is. Go to the left side, and you have to it's just like a puzzle.
Okay.
The only bad thing I don't like about this game is like the combat is not the most important thing. The
I was
most
just
important
about to say something
thing
about that.
is just the story, experiencing the whole game. This combat is like 20% and it's really bad. It's so simple. Just heavy attack and light attack, and you only can counter when the voices say you can counter. You can counter it, you can like dodge roll around the place, but there's no use to it. The monsters or the bad guys won't go. The enemies are so generic. They look like the pyramid head from Silent Hill.
Oh, all right.
So every time during the first encounter to the last one, you will keep seeing the same bad guys. So, but it's just like a 20%, maybe less of the game. So it's not the main thing about. The other bad thing is the puzzles. There's a fucking bunch of puzzles in this game, and they're horrible because they're puzzles.
Hard, you mean? Or
No,
just
they're
not good?
bad. They're bad
They're
because
not good.
it's just the puzzles are that you had to find these images in the environment that looks like the symbols on the locked door. And there's a locked door. There's symbols on it, and you had to go around the place and to find things like branches or trees or objects in the world that looks like the symbols. You kind of focus on them. So, and once you do, the door locks.
Gotcha.
But it's really annoying, and they keep going from the pretty much. That's your other 80% of the game. It's kind of bad and frustrating because sometimes you don't find them, and if you don't have fucking guy, you don't know where they are.
Yeah.
For trophy hunters, this game is easy right now. I beat it in 6 hours. I went from and I beat it and I got all the trophies, and but it's really good.
All right.
It's really good. It's a totally different experience. And if you had $30 to spend, this is the game you should get.
Okay. Or you can buy Sonic Mania and have $10 left over.
yeah. Sonic Mania is really good. Alright, so my last game that I played, and this was not this week, that was last week,
Okay.
but because we skipped the podcast, I didn't talk about it, was Horizon Zero Dawn. This is an old game. It came out in February, and it's a really awesome game. First game Guerrilla Games developed besides Killzone franchise. It's a open world post-apocalyptic game.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like Tomb Raider.
All right.
Pretty much the entire game you use a bow and arrow. You find stuff, you build your arrows, you build a few weapons, but it feels like you're like a desert world. So most of the time there's nothing to do. But there's a few people that you talk, but they don't say nothing important. So you go around the world, you kill dinosaurs in robot form.
Okay.
You get parts, you sell them, you trade them, get more better armor, better weapons, you upgrade. But the important stuff here is not that. The important stuff is the story they're telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Why, from the beginning of the game, they're saying you're an outcast from the main village of humans. But why you see... They say, oh, the gods. But the gods is just a fucking machine that's saying, after scanning,
Yeah.
we didn't recognize you.
Ah.
And that's their god.
Okay.
And the entire thing is you trying to figure out who you are, because everybody's saying you don't have a mom, you don't have a dad. So where you came from. So the entire game is just figuring out what's going on, where you came from, and once the game tells you what's going on, fucking game blows your mind. Like the story blows your mind, and then you're more into it to find out all the tiny details
All right.
that are in this world. And there's like caves and secret places that you uncover all the secrets.
Okay, so this game came out in February. February 26th. So I'm sure whoever listening to this might have played it. I'm sure they've heard of it. There's a DLC coming out soon, I think.
It's on November.
November. The
19.
same.
I think the same day
as
as
the
Xbox.
yes. So Sony is throwing that in Microsoft's face. So tell me, what do you know about this new DLC?
Pretty
that's
much
coming out for it,
epilogue.
man?
Pretty much is an epilogue because once the game ends, the main story ends. After the credits, like just in a Marvel movie, after the credits, they give you a new secret scene that's telling you, all right, the bad guy of the game is still alive, and there's someone helping him.
Okay.
And they show like a glimpse that this guy helping the bad guy is taking the bad guy to a big, giant, enormous spider bot on the frozen wildlands.
Okay, so
That's
what
pretty
it's
much
called.
pretty much that's it.
It's called the
just
Frozen
happening.
Wildlands. That's what it's called.
Is that
Frozen Wilds, not Wildlands. The Frozen Wild.
Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yeah,
Frozen
so pretty
Wild.
much it's just an epilogue. Probably they are not planning to continue this game, the story of this game. They're just going to end it with that DLC.
DLC is only $20. I mean, that's not bad.
No season pass.
No,
I
they
guess
didn't.
not.
There you go.
No.
Well,
But the game is
listen,
really
man.
good.
That's
It's
a
really good.
game.
And I think after playing it full, I think this is a good contender for the action adventure game of the year this year.
All right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games that we don't have release dates to yet, and hopefully, I would think that Sony's gonna wait until PlayStation Experience to announce these release dates. Let's say God of War, Days Gone, no release date for these games. They went to E3, just showed a bunch of bullshit trailers and stuff for these games that look really good with no release dates. Detroit is another game that I am really looking forward to. Not the movie, the video game, Detroit Become Human. That's a game, the same developers that made Heavy Rain and that made Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah.
This game looks incredible. And damn, what's the company that makes those games? It's slipping my mind. At the
Quantum
moment.
Dreams.
Thank you, Quantum Dreams. They make incredible games, and I'm looking forward to that. And I hopefully, maybe this weekend, Sunday, or whenever, if Sony's gonna show stuff.
I don't know. Does Sony have a booth there?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I haven't heard anything.
I don't know, but I would hope that they're gonna show at least some release dates. Like, just give us some release. They don't need to be there. Just give us some release dates for these games, so I can prepare for them.
Well, I'm pretty sure if they don't announce nothing during Gamescom, next week after Gamescom is Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, that's
so
a big
probably they're going to announce Series RPGs or something like that on Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, I think today they released a new Ni no Kuni 2 trailer, which
Got
played-
delayed to next year.
yeah,
also.
it's also delayed.
You guys played the first one?
I
He
did
played it.
play the first one.
I try, but
It was one of those games where I didn't know what I was getting into when I started. I played it at GameStop, just a demo, and I was like, "Hey, this game looks pretty cool. You know, let me pick it up." So I bought it, and I got to a certain point, and then I just kept dying like instantly. And that's one of those games where you need to grind up.
Yeah.
You need to grind. I never played a game like that. Well, I played Dark Souls like years later. And that's another game where you need to grind. But yeah, Ni no Kuni is. I mean, I like the game. It took me a while to get used to the battle system, but in this new game, they're changing that. So I'm gonna have to get used to another new battle system. So we'll see how it is.
That's the type of game when people compare it. Oh, that game looks like an anime. That's not an anime. That you're playing the anime.
Yeah,
That's not a game
game-
based on anime.
The game looks
I mean-
really good. It looks really good. and you don't have to play the first one in order to play the second one. It's a brand new story.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Persona, I guess. With all their games, isn't there a different story?
Always, yeah.
Yeah. So
Did you manage to beat Persona?
Persona 5?
Yeah.
No, I still haven't. Or still have not picked up from where I left off.
Mhm.
All right, explain the game
do-
to me because people are like always pushing to play that game. I may consider it.
Okay. So the Persona series are
Just tell me Persona 5
Persona 5
because
okay.
I'm not going back on the other game.
Well, I'm just like as a general reason
Alright.
as to why you should play Persona 5.
Okay.
With all of the Persona series, these story modes or the storylines are all different, but they all carry a similar piece. That piece being what the enemies are and how you fight them. With Persona 5, you follow a main character that you create the name for, and you go around and do your own thing for. You follow this main character who goes to a school. At this school, you find out that their school system is pretty corrupt. It's not run by a student board or anything. It's run by a coach who is kind of blackmailing a bunch of people and strong-arming different individuals within the school. And because of this, it creates what's called castles in a alternate dimension called...
But the coach creates them?
Not knowingly.
Okay.
This other dimension is created by the emotions and feelings of other humans, right?
All right.
And because of negative emotions that are being created at this school, creates the enemies, which are known as shadows.
Okay.
Right. So when you travel to this alternate dimension,
How you travel, like?
in this game, it is you don't know how, or I don't know. Brian, who is here on one of the podcasts, beat the game, so he probably knows how. You find there's an app on your phone that you cannot delete or get rid of, but it is the only way that you're able to access that other dimension.
Okay.
And you hit the app and it sucks you into a portal into this dimension.
Digimon monsters.
Oh no, man.
Anyway,
Don't
so
displace
so,
this.
so you get once you're there, you can explore. You don't have to go to the castle. It's completely open world.
Okay.
When you're in this dimension and you're in reality, there are two separate worlds. So when you're in that dimension, you want to go around, explore the castle if that's what you want to do. Explore the castle, see if you can find items. You can grind enemies. You can also just explore the area, because in these Persona games, in all of them, your time is run throughout like regular days. So what you do in a day, you choose to do before a goal needs to be met. So
you have a timer.
you have a timer, and throughout that timer, you can do whatever you want. So you can spend time in the real world, like work, like you go and do a part-time job, and that'll in game it'll be from, like, to you it'll be an instant, but in game that'll be a whole day that you spent at the part-time job, but you'll gain income that way. And when you gain that income, you can then go and buy weapons, you can buy gear, you can, other items that will help you out.
All right.
Then when you go into the alternate dimension, time is the same as reality. So when you're over there and you're fighting and everything, your characters will get exhausted, and then you can come back and rest for the next day.
Okay.
So,
But that timer, like how long it is?
it depends on what you do.
Okay.
So if you go to the part-time job, that will last all day. If you go and you spend time with a team member, that will last half the day. But because that's half the day, certain things are closed down, and certain things you will not have access to anymore.
Okay.
So it makes you think, what do I want to get done, and relationship building is a big thing in these games, because that can affect how the team performs. when you're in the alternate dimension. And the boss, like the game is very interesting. The story alone keeps you there. The bosses are all different and intricate. There are certain things that you can find in these castles that can help you, but if you don't explore, you miss that, and you don't, and you no longer have that information for the battle.
Can you rush through the game?
I'm
not the guy that likes to explore.
You can rush through the game, but it will be harder just because your character won't, or your personas that you use won't have progressed as much, so they'll have less moves, right?
Okay.
And so will your teammates; they'll have less moves.
So you're saying I will get stuck eventually?
Eventually, yes. This game is another game, kind of like Ni no Kuni, where you gotta grind. You gotta grind. I don't know how much you had to grind in Ni no Kuni, but in this game you can like go and build up your team and like say you're stuck at a boss, you just once the boss defeats you and you're back at where you were before, you can just go into a dungeon, clear the dungeon for 15-30 minutes. It depends on how much you want to build yourself up, but the bosses can become challenging because of that, so you can choose to grind and get that done, or there are ways to speed run it though, but you really have to know what you're doing. It's definitely a good game to try out. Like, it'll challenge you. It will challenge you.
That's a game I will put in my backlog and
Yeah.
probably play. If so, I'll play next year.
It's the other thing is that it's really long, so
You're not missing much.
it's really, this kid don't know shit. So the thing is, it's a really long game.
Alright.
Like, Brian took, I don't know how many hours he said exactly. He said
Yeah,
I
it was
think he said like 100 hours or
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh my
it's
god!
long.
Like 100-hour game. Like
It's-
no. way.
that game. The game is a commitment.
Like the Horizon game, it took me 22 hours to finish the storyline and do a few side missions. I didn't complete the game 100%. I left the game like 50% completion, and it was 22 hours. Like no way.
With this game, you're gonna spend either a little over 100 or over 200.
All right. Quick, Luis.
What's up?
All right. So Marvel will be the last fighting game on this year, right?
Sounds. When does that cross game?
No,
come
that's
out?
coming next year.
Is that next year too?
I think that Marvel will be the last year. So skipping ahead to Game of the Years, from all the games, all fighting games that released this year, which one do you think will be the Game of the Year for fightings?
For fighting games.
Fighting games.
Probably
Probably
Injustice.
Injustice.
Well, we
I
have
would say
Injustice, we have Tekken, we have Marvel.
It's probably gonna be in between Injustice and Tekken, because Tekken's looking really nice too. But I think, graphic wise, Injustice
Well,
takes the cake right
just
there. Mechanic wise, I think
over.
Tekken will be a little bit thing, but it's gonna be between them. I can't tell you for sure. Street Fighter's not even in the question. I can
No.
tell you.
It didn't release this year, so it won't count.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that just for the ones that are out right now that are people are playing.
For the most reason, I would say Game of the Year would probably go to Injustice too.
So you're totally skipping Marvel. That you're certain that's not going to be a contender.
We haven't
We-
played it, so I can't.
Yeah,
I can't
we could
say.
be wrong, and that game. could surprise
I'm
us.
saying count it in. Like you play the
Like, count in
the demo,
the-
so you have a.
You can't go off the demo.
You can't
Or-
go off
You
the
can't go
demo.
off the demo.
All right,
so
but
the
you-
demo's irrelevant.
So
All right,
if,
but
if,
you
I,
guys
if I was
know.
to say including those two,
including all three of them.
including so Injustice, Tekken, Marvel is DBZ coming out.
That's next year.
Okay, that's next year. From those three, still Injustice probably.
It's Justice.
Yeah.
All right.
If I had to make a list, it would probably be Injustice, Tekken, and then Marvel. So like if of chances
Yeah.
that they would get it,
Oh,
I put it in that list because Marvel, you never know, could surprise us.
When does Pokken
come out for the Switch.
That's not gonna be.
Yeah, but that's a re-release from the game. I don't
Yeah, that's
think we
just-
should count it.
That's just a new game with DLC that should have been for the Wii U,
yeah.
and they just made a whole. New
Well,
copy
if you
for it.
count it, you can count it because it's releasing this year. But I doubt
it's
it will
not
be.
as good. It's not as good as the.
Yeah.
As,
It's coming September 22, but
I feel like the reason that me and Lewis would put Marvel as third is like there's a high expectation because Ultimate Marvel was a really good game, a really popular game. We still play it now, but it like the standards are so high for that game that if it doesn't meet it, it's gonna crash. With
Sure.
Injustice 2, did you play the first Injustice?
yeah, I played the story.
Yeah, I never played an Injustice game, but I
Well-
enjoyed myself because of it. I didn't set a standard for
the
it.
first Injustice got Game of the Year award when it came out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they got
So-
it this time. Like the story's good. The game overall is a good game. We'll see, man. Marvel could surprise us. They could be holding something back, and we don't know that. Once they maybe at Gamescom or close to they'll say something, and we're gonna be like, damn. We don't know.
I think I haven't. I'm not like you guys. I likes to play fighting games, but I think people will are overreacting because it doesn't have any X-Men characters, and people are like
I think you
cutting this game like in half just because of that, and the marketing is all over the story mode, and they're not showing like the game is coming in 1 month, and they're not showing pretty much multiplayer at all. Their main is the story mode.
Yeah,
And if the story mode sucks, like
Then what do
what's
you
the
have?
a blank sheet
Yeah.
with a
Well-
few characters fighting themselves.
they have been letting people get their hands on all these other. There's probably gonna be a build maybe with Ghost Rider and all these new characters at Gamescom.
Probably, yeah.
I've lost all faith in Capcom when it comes to fighting games. I'm just gonna say that right now, because you went from Street Fighter 4, which brought back the fighting game community, which was an amazing game. They had so many different versions of that. Then you come out with 5, and it has so many issues. The game is, they released the game, it was an incomplete game. It was garbage. I think it's still garbage. It's making a lot of money for these fighting game players, but I don't like it. I'm still on Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's my game. I love it. Going to this next version of Marvel vs. Capcom, I just don't know about it, man. And now with these bullshit DLCs and season passes, character passes.
All right,
It's
you had to talk about that.
No, I just every fucking podcast, man. I
Yeah.
keep bringing it up. I'm just
You're
tired
gonna
of it.
just have to end up accepting it because that's just not going away ever.
You go from 52, I think it was like 52 character for Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Then you go to this 30 characters on release date. You're gonna have to pay for all the rest of the characters that are coming out in the future, which is for people who are fans of Capcom games, for fighting games. I can understand that you just want to get away from it now because they're just trying to milk you for as much money as they can.
This
And it's
is-
just
But that's a
This is
formula
the-
is working. Like people are
I-
still
that's the
buying
thing,
Until
it.
it
man.
doesn't. Until they
That's the
tell
thing,
you release
man.
a game that everybody's just gonna
This
say,
is-
you know what, we're done.
And the thing is, Capcom pretty much is the overall ruler of the fighting community.
yeah, it is.
So Capcom does it. Injustice pretty much did it. They just announced. They just. Ed Boon, that's the creator of the franchise, tweeted the other day a picture saying, "Combat Pass 2" or something like that.
Yeah,
So
man, I'm
and with a
telling you, man.
blank.
Well, they still have to make the other 9 characters that they show the silhouettes for. Well, no, they already made the first 3, but there's still 6 more that they show the silhouettes.
So, but the thing is, he is already
Advertising
advertising another pack with a bunch of other characters.
it. Mm-hmm.
What's going on? Like more characters. You haven't even
That's-
finished. You haven't even finished the first load of characters. You're
Yeah, he did.
advertising or not? He did.
Starfire released a while ago. I think maybe a day.
No, but all 4 out of
There's
it.
only 3 in each pack. it was Red Hood that released already.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero.
So anyway,
and Starfire's already.
all right. So he's advertising the second one already. Like probably in GamersCon he announced the other three characters.
The part shows some Raiden.
So that's Warner Brothers is doing it. Tekken did it pretty much. They announced more characters.
They got Geese now.
No, all I'm saying is I'm tired of it.
Kid.
It's going on.
Yeah.
It's gonna go on to the end of time.
For the rest of time, that's what's gonna happen.
And I'm just sick of it. That's why I'm not buying Marvel vs. Capcom.
And the thing is, next year, probably I'm pretty sure Microsoft during GamersCon is going to announce another Killing Instinct.
Killer Instinct.
Probably. So that's another fighting game with more characters, more characters passes.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure if they don't, that's okay. I don't care. But if they do, that's probably another fighting game.
I would not mind. Okay, if they release the game, it was $30. Okay, instead of $60 with 30 characters, and then you have to pay what $15 or $20 for the character passes. I would be okay. Like
listen.
Killer Instinct, they released the game for free, and then you had to buy the characters that you wanted.
Right. But the thing is, Capcom knows the fan base that they
Yeah,
have.
I know.
And they know that if they release any garbage, they could probably release some Street Fighter toy fighting game and they'll be $60 and people will probably get it. But also, I think just to go back a little bit to Infinite, the whole game plan with that game is that they put all these trash characters kind of, and then you're going to see, once the game's out, they're going to start announcing all the good characters. They're going to start announcing Wesker. Maybe they'll put in Leon or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe later on the road, then you see they'll do an X-Men pack. I know they're probably working hard on that. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't say we get in in the first pack, but eventually I think we're going to get maybe we'll get the main cast that we wanted from the previous games. Maybe we'll get new ones, but I think X-Men are going to make it in one way or another eventually.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but when they announce the X-Men pack, if they do it that way, you know how people will start throwing cash at them.
They're as long as they keep releasing good characters in packs, people are going to buy it. That's the same thing that's happening with Street Fighter.
But Capcom has not released good characters at all.
Relax, man. That's what I'm saying. They're milking the most they can. They're gonna see maybe right before the game comes out or when the game is going to come out. That's when they'll start releasing the characters that people have been wanting. Because then they know that all right, let's hold on all the good characters, save them in the back for when the game's out and we want to make more money and we want people to buy our passes. Then we start releasing the good ass characters that everybody wants. Like I was gonna say, the same thing's happening in Street Fighter. That pretty much the main reason people even bought Season 2 is because Akuma was the first character that they announced. They're not stupid. The first thing they're doing is releasing a character that everybody's been wanting, that everybody has been playing from the previous game. They're going to start off with that, so you buy off the pass. Then once you have the pass in your hands, then they'll release the garbage the rest of the row down. Because you already bought the pass. You already have your money.
already spent their money.
They don't care of what else is going on. Even though I did hear that Season 3, they're going to release older characters. Like some OG characters. So we'll see, man. But
finally.
But whatever.
People are.
That's what they're gonna do, man. So same thing with Infinite. They're gonna wait. Bomb ass characters are gonna come out later on the road. They're gonna make tons of cash.
I'm telling you, Season 3, they will announce Blanca as the first character. Everybody will throw cash at them, and then the rest of the character will be trash.
Sagat, Blanca.
I hope Dudley gets in soon.
Maybe Dudley.
I like boxing.
But you're mentioning
Makoto.
three good characters
Sakura.
from the start. I don't think that.
I think they'll do maybe 1 or 2.
Maybe 2
good
characters,
and then the rest will be this garbage.
Every new
maybe Hagar or
season,
something.
They'll start it with a good one.
Yeah, that's what Lewis said.
No,
they
no,
started with
no.
Akuma and then the trash. Probably the next one is Blanca.
The whole reason people bought Season 1 is because they pretty much sold you characters that should have been in the main cast to begin with. What kind of mindset would you put in new? I understand people, if you announce those older Rashid and Armika and all these characters, maybe they would have not bought it. And Nakali, if you would have made that in the season pass, they probably wouldn't have bought it. Which is another case of what I was just saying, that they put in some trash characters in Street Fighter V, and then for the first season, they brought back characters that were supposed to be already in the game. That's just the way they're doing things, man. That's like their whole game plan for any fighting game that's going to be coming out. They're going to put in some trash characters for the main roster, then they start trickling in all the good characters and milk it all the way down.
All right. So by the end of the World Cup, when it is? When's the final? The Capcom World Cup. When's the finals?
The Pro Tour.
December. In December, it's the same weekend as PSX.
All right. So, do you think? Oh, probably they will. Do you think they will announce Ultimate Street Fighter V or something
Super
like that?
Street Fighter 5.
Or Super Street
That's
Fighter?
the rumor. It's going to be a Super Street Fighter
Maybe.
5.
With more additional character passes?
yeah.
Even though they said that they weren't going to do that. But
They'll throw in the
here we are.
arcade mode.
Pretty much what everybody wants. I heard they're going to do, if they do it, they're going to do new mechanics, more defense options. I hope they do it, man, because Street Fighter...
New
good
supers for
game.
all the characters
Yeah.
would be nice.
I wish they'd bring it back to Street Fighter 4 with those cancels in, because you just like
Yeah.
it took
cancel?
me it took me a little bit back to like Marvel, like some you can extend your combos, like that just seems really fun.
All right, yeah. And if they do announce it, do you think it's coming for Xbox this time?
And
I don't. If they wait till PSX, which they'll probably do, if they wait till after the Capcom Pro Tour, the finals, no, I don't think it's gonna come out for because that's a PlayStation.
yeah, just think of this.
Well, but
conference.
I think
Yeah, sadly.
just think of this. I think they prefer to like they release it on the Switch way before they release it on the Xbox. Like just to kind of put in your chances.
Yeah.
Like if for anything, it might be for the
Yeah.
Switch.
So, talking about the Xbox, we mentioned it, but Xbox pretty much is done.
I think
I don't want
so.
to talk about it.
Xbox is done. They don't
They're
have...
falling down.
The entire year, they only had 2 exclusive. Forza Motorstorm 7
Yeah.
and Halo Wars 2.
You know how pissed I was that at E3 they didn't end their conference with the next Halo? I was...
There's rumor they're going to announce it Sunday at Gamerscon. They're going to announce it, but it's not releasing this year.
I just want something.
It's nothing, man. It's nothing.
Yeah, I was so disappointed once we saw what the Scorpio was actually going to be. Like once I actually saw there's going to be just another Xbox with a better graphics chip and true 4K.
Which is
So
not.
in other words, I bought an Xbox One S 4K resolution. That's not real 4K. That's some generic 4K. Now we got this new console with true 4K. Like, in other words, you just robbed me of my money just to release another console, which will probably be like a couple pixels better than what I have now.
TV companies did that with everyone. When they first announced the 4K TVs, that was not for real 4K. Now it's real 4K.
That's just
so
flicking
that's a
off the
gimmick.
customers.
That's a gimmick Microsoft is doing since they started with the 4K shit.
Microsoft, you asshole.
Microsoft is
Fucking
right
up.
now in a downward spiral, and I don't know what they're gonna do to get back to where.
Microsoft.
Listen, Switch is selling better than PS4 and Xbox right now. So
Yeah.
if you can find a Switch, they're just selling out.
I want
This
one.
past week, GameStop had Switch all week.
Yeah.
All week. I bought 2. I went the next day. They still have. I went the day after that, and they still have Switches there. And
They
I
do?
think, yeah, I think.
Shit.
At least I went yesterday, and they still have Switch. I don't know today. I didn't know
now.
today. I don't know tomorrow.
Once the word got out.
But there's a lot. There was a lot, and they even announced on their own webpage, local stores will have Switch available. Just the online store is just the bundles.
Yeah.
But they were Switch the entire week in GameStop.
I think by the time I pick it up, it'll either be that I just pick it up out of nowhere, or I'll wait until like if Smash comes out and they make a Smash edition, maybe there.
That's really all I'm
Or
looking for.
if when they do the Pokemon game for this, I'll probably
That
pick it up there.
that's
'Cause I
September
love Pokemon.
September 22. Probably stores will have more Switch for that game.
We'll see.
For Odyssey, there will be more consoles on the stores.
Either that or
For Xenoblades coming this year,
Yeah.
more stores. So the game. I mean, they're fixing the demand on the game, the console.
you should have done that from day one.
And Warner is having an exclusive deal. They're bringing the
Splatoon
Splatoon version
Bundle.
with the green
Pink.
pink Joy-Cons. I think it's next week.
Oh,
Knock
that's
down
what
my
happens when you
PS4.
turn your chair into a PlayStation and almost make it fall.
Knock that shit.
Yeah, for the
wasn't
ones,
mine.
the one
Yeah.
people listening, Matt almost threw a PlayStation on the floor.
Yeah.
Wasn't mine.
Wow.
Shit. Not good.
All right. So, any of you guys have anything else to say about anything that's releasing, coming up?
Games that you want to play, backlog that you haven't played.
I wanna, and they are all games. I wanna play all of the Telltale games that have come out.
All right.
Oh my god, that's a
Yo,
few hours.
Or except the fucking bullshit Minecraft. Get that shit out of my fucking face.
Minecraft. Yes.
The Batman one, I really want to fucking play. The Borderlands one,
The second season came out already.
me and you were having fun at a tournament one time, just going through that game.
Yeah.
That shit was so fucking funny. That
Yeah.
convinced me to I have to play that game. I want to,
That's
especially with The Wolf Among Us Season 2 coming out. I'm on a Telltale's hype. Like, I need to play these games.
yeah. Recently,
I think those games you don't
Gearbox.
really play. You just kind of.
You're in it for the story, but you're
yeah.
not there for fucking story.
No.
So
You know how those games are good. Remember the first day when I came here, I put the season 2 of Walking Dead,
Yeah.
and guys were screaming, "Choose this, choose that!" Blah, blah.
yeah,
That's the best way to play that game.
yeah. With a
Because
group
you
of
choose
people,
random
yeah.
theme based on whatever your friends are saying, and then everybody sees the outcome, and then everybody gets like, "Oh man, we should select the other
I'm
theme."
like,
blah,
yes,
blah, blah.
good shit.
That's
yeah.
the best way to play those games.
Hell yeah.
If you play it alone, you're it's okay, but it's not as fun.
Yeah.
And Gearbox said recently that Tales of Borderlands is the worst Telltale games they ever sponsored.
Which is
or
saying
something
something,
like
because
that.
that shit's good. Like that's how you know how good a company is when their worst game is still fucking good. Like their worst shit is better than a lot of the games that have come out the year that it came out.
They need to fix the engine. Like, man, Telltale, they need to fix the engine. They need to put
give me an
better
example.
graphics on the games. Like, the last game I played for them was I think it was the Marvel one, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and the characters glitch on walls, and
Yeah, like that.
yeah, just like that.
For all the people watching.
Yeah, watch this, guys.
Yeah.
yeah. They were glitching. The voiceovers were not accurate with the lips. It was bad, and it's about time they fixed the graphic engine, so it looks more realistic. It still looks like some characters look like paper.
I'm a fan of that art style, which is why I like the Borderlands games too. It was kind of like cartoony comic book, like cell shaded art style.
Yeah, I
like
don't mind that, but they're like the last Borderlands uses the same the self shade and looks way better than these games.
yeah.
And they've been using this same engine since Walking Dead Season 1. How many games have they put after that? A lot.
Like I told you, like I said before, man,
Walking Dead, that was the only Telltale game I ever played, and I liked it. I haven't played season 3 yet.
Shit made you cry.
Yes. We
Like a
mentioned
bitch.
several times.
I cried.
But all right, are you guys good?
That's all we got for today.
All right, Lewis, take us out.
Take us
All
out,
right,
y'all.
guys.
Take us home.
Listen, if you want to email the show, email us at fifthpersonview@gmail.com. If you have
Yes.
any comments, questions
Yes.
for us, things you want to discuss.
Sponsors.
Yes.
Matt, where can people find you?
You can follow me at Flipsy117 on Instagram and Twitter. Working on a YouTube that'll probably also be Flipsy117 once I get that started.
How about you, Lewis?
Yes. Well, I'll go last because I'll say that close out and it'll be good.
All right, Eli, where can the fans follow you?
You can follow me. I'm in my house. And,
You can stay out the window.
I drive a red Buick. You want to follow me to work? You can follow me to work. And, that's it. That's the only way. All right. You can follow me to my doorstep. That's about it. You ain't coming to my house. All right.
All right.
Chris,
He doesn't use social media.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Chris.
All right. You can find me at Twitter. ChrisPR. That pretty much that's it. I have a YouTube channel. Is saying ChrisPR. I got a lot of reviews in Spanish. Follow if you want. I got my own blog. Same way, you can find it at chrispr.com.
All right, so is it Crispy R or is it Chris PR?
Chris PR.
All right, it's not crispy. There's no Y. It's crispy. No, it's Chris PR. It's Chris
yeah.
PR. All right.
That shit just makes me want McDonald's. Right?
Yeah, crispy chicken.
Lewis, where can we find you?
All right, guys. Same thing as everybody else. You can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Keita Arcado. That's all we got for today, guys. Remember to follow our fifth person view page on YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you want to see. And we'll see you guys later. Chris, take it away.